What is up guys, it's your boy Solheim here, back with another World of Warcraft video for the War Within, and today I'm doing a little bit of an update on my gold making alt army in the War Within, and talking about a little bit of change of plans that I have, and how things have changed since both before the launch, but also at launch itself. So I just want to talk a little bit about how much gold I'm actually making through that alt army, which is quite a lot by the way, and we're able to produce quality 3 items by not using quality 3 materials, which is quite significant, especially now when more content is out, like mythic dungeons are out, heroic raids are out, normal raids are out, and mythic dungeons or mythic plus dungeons are on their way out as well. So being able to make high quality items that is useful in content like that without spending thousands of gold or even millions of gold on high quality materials does give me a lot of what I want to call passive gold. I could stop doing Patreon orders now, I could stop doing weekly activities, log in once for about half an hour every 3.5 days, spend my concentration and print about 1.5 million gold in profit, which is 3 million gold per week in profit, which is quite good if I can say so myself. So today I want to talk about the actual characters I have set up and how those plans have changed since the launch itself. So for example, I'm able to produce enchants like this for way less than half the cost of the enchant itself, giving me 12,000 gold profit on a enchant, which is pretty insane. But let me show you the characters I have, and the thing is, I have an add-on that makes things very easy to track called Weekly Knowledge. This is an add-on that tracks the knowledge points you currently have on your characters, the knowledge points you have gotten this week, the skill points you have, the treatises, the artisan's book, and treasure points as well. So for me, I use this to track my weekly activities, but also to see how much skill points I have and the knowledge points that I have. So you can see all of my professions over here, all the relevant ones at least, and the skill points that I have. So some of them are going to be irrelevant, like this guy for example having 1 skill point, this one guy with 3 skill points, pretty irrelevant, but all the other ones, 105 skill points in skilling, enchanting plus alchemy, enchanting plus alchemy. I have shifted a lot of my characters from something like tailoring plus leatherworking to enchanting plus alchemy. Tailoring has stopped producing a bunch of profit, especially on Dawn plus Duskweave, unless you make them in quality 3. Making quality 2 has really gone down in value at the moment, unless you have a lot of resourcefulness and / or multicraft. Like, making them baseline is even losing gold for the most part. So tailoring plus leatherworking I've shifted a lot away from, and I'm now using a lot of alchemy plus enchanting. Over here we have for example Solheim has alchemy plus enchanting, Soulchanter alchemy plus enchanting, Goblinheim alchemy plus enchanting, then we have alchemy plus tailoring, alchemy enchanting, a lot of characters with alchemy enchanting, or even some with tailoring. Now I want to start this off by going into a tailoring character and talk about one of the changes I've made on my tailoring characters specifically. So we can go into, I believe this guy should be fine for this test. Some of my characters don't have the knowledge points to do what I'm about to demonstrate, but we're going to find out. So, in tailoring, you can choose to, first of all, you have a couple of ways to make gold on an alt army in tailoring. Number 1 is to mass produce these bolts, but as you can see, making quality 2, I'm losing gold at the moment, but I'm using quality 3 spools. So obviously going down to quality 1 spools, we can save some gold from there, or even quality 2, but it's still making Duskweave and Dawnweave is very close to not being profitable on a baseline. And then you make some gold when you proc multicraft or resourcefulness, obviously, so you want to max those out as much as you can. Now when you concentrate and make a quality 3, you do make some profit, but what I've started to do with my concentration is use that on spell threads. So I've gone down the route of learning Daybreak and Sunset spell threads, and I'm using my concentrations on this instead. So every time that I burn concentration, instead of doing that on a regular Dawnweave or Duskweave, I do so on a spell thread. These spell threads are 10,000 gold plus for quality 3, which means you're making 5,000 gold for about 400 or 320 concentration, as you can see right here. So 15,000 gold baseline. And once again, this one is also affected by multicraft, and yesterday we got 5 spell threads in one craft. So that's like 45,000 gold profit, because they're 5,000 gold profit, and then I procced 5 of them, so 4 of them were completely free, and they're 10,000 gold each. So 45,000 gold from 320 concentration, that is pretty good, and you can just mass craft these as well. So for that, what I've done is actually spec'd into spell threads to get more skill points, but also in the From Dawn Until Dusk talent tree. All this takes is that most of you probably have 15 points here, so you have spent 30 points, then 15 points, and then maybe 20 points. So all you have to do to learn a spell thread is then put 5 more points in to whichever tree you have chosen of these two, and that will give you the spell thread. So over here, 20 points gives you the Daybreak spell thread, and over here, 20 points gives you Sunset spell threads, and making these spell threads is currently a lot better than making the Dawnbreak and Duskweave bolts, in my opinion, just because these ones can also proc multicraft, and you get a lot of them when they proc. Now, outside of that, as I just mentioned, I have shifted a lot of my alt army characters, and the new ones that I'm making always have Alchemy and Enchanting, because they're both super good. So I want to show you the profitability of Enchanting on a alt army character. I can use quality 2 materials, so like this, that gives me a crafting cost of 13,600 gold on the Authority of Radiant Power. Now, this also needs 206 concentration, so we can basically make 5 of them every single time we have full concentration, which is twice per week, every 3.5 days, we can make these. And if I search this up, Authority of Radiant Power, they are selling for 29,000 gold. So for tier 2, it's break even, like the crafting cost is 13,000, tier 2 is break even, but when you proc resourcefulness, you actually make gold on tier 2 enchants as well, which is worth noting, by the way, because I see people in comments all the time being like, oh, how do you make gold without concentration, bro? Well, here it is, resourcefulness, proccing that. Proccing resourcefulness on this craft would literally make you gold every single time, but then we have 25% resourcefulness, you have to subtract 5% from this price due to the auction house cut. But 25% resourcefulness beats the 5% cut any day of the week. That being said, we're focusing on the concentration aspect here, so we spend 13,600 gold, and we make 29,900 gold. That is 16,000 gold profit, and once again, we can do 5 crafts twice per week. 10 crafts per week, and that's a profit margin of 16,000 gold, so I'm making 160,000 gold per week per enchanter that has this recipe. This is a recipe you have to buy on the auction house, by the way. I bought one yesterday for 130,000 gold, I believe. So yeah, you can get these on the auction house. Once again, I get my gold back in a week anyway, just by making this enchant. Now, I could also brute force this to quality 3 if I had the tools for it. I only have one epic tool. I could get these two to rare as well, but for now, this is what I have, and that's what I'm working with. So every single enchanting character that I have currently makes me 160,000 gold per week, which is pretty insane. If you scale that to 10 enchanting characters, that is 1.6 million gold once again per week, just by spending your concentration. Not to talk about how much you can make by brute forcing it, by using quality 3 materials. Now, in addition to that, we have Alchemy, which is pretty insane. You can make flasks of alchemical chaos, and what I do here is something like this, where I spend Q2 materials and a Q3 flask or vial, like this. So the setup would be, I spend about 2k gold, 2.2k, we can round up to 2.3, and in that case we use concentration, 375 of that, to make Flask of Alchemical Chaos. Now this one at quality 3 should be 2 or 3,000 gold, let me just double check, because I can't check right now, but Flask of Alchemical Chaos. This one, okay, yeah, it's gone up by a lot, it's 5.7, so we are turning 2.2k or 2.3k into not just 1, but 2 flasks, giving me, once again, almost 10,000 gold profit. We can round down to 9,000 gold profit, but that is per craft, without even proccing multicraft. I procced a multicraft yesterday, I got 9 flasks. So that's pretty insane. That is 45,000 gold from one craft. Again, so multicraft procs on that is absolutely huge. So Alchemy plus Enchanting is doing really well right now, and the thing is, for these will be profitable for a long time in the future as well. Even when the prices might go down, The profitability here comes from us being able to use quality 2 materials to pump out quality 3 enchants. At some point, the price might get to the point where that's the only way to make profit, because people will not pay 30,000 gold for an enchant forever. That is kind of a launch hype we have right now. At some point, prices will go down, and at some point there's so many alts in the market that the only way to make profit could actually be from spending concentration. So having these alts will just be good for the long term either way, and they will pretty much always make gold. The exact number will change, but they will make gold and will print. Now, the reason I'm making this video is twofold. Number one, at the launch of the expansion, I made a lot of characters with tailoring, blacksmithing, and leatherworking. Leatherworking has fallen off a lot. I'm still making about 7,000 to 8,000 gold per concentration spendage on those characters, which turns out to be 16,000 gold per week, which is not bad. It's free gold after all by spending concentration, which takes me about 5 minutes to do on all of those characters, and takes me 30 seconds per leatherworker, so it's 16,000 gold per week in about 30 seconds of playtime, which is not bad. But when you compare 16,000 gold from leatherworking to 160,000 gold from enchanting, enchanting beats that out by 10 times. So enchanting is currently 10 times as good as leatherworking for a alt army profession. Alchemy as well, doing much better than both blacksmithing and tailoring for me personally when it comes to an alt army character or alt army profession. So I just wanted to mention that because, first of all, my plans have changed, and the thing is, if you're setting up an alt army now, you are arguably in a much better position than I was, because when I skilled up these enchanters, I had to spend 140,000 gold per enchanter. Now, the prices of dust has gone down by about 4 times since then. Storm dust used to be 150 gold when I did this, it is now 57 gold. And you can skill up by using Q1s. You can pump Q2s as well to get better enchants, of course, but the point is, skilling up enchanting right now is much cheaper than when I did it. You can get an enchanter fully skilled up for about 50,000 gold. And then you can buy a recipe as well to pump more gold out. You get the gold back in 1 concentration spendage, so if you have any level 70 characters without professions, enchanting is a huge boost, and it's a really good one to pick up. And yeah, it's much cheaper to skill up now than ever before. It is not too late. The point here is it's not too late. I get that comment all the time, like in so many different contexts. Is it too late to farm gold? Is it too late to start professions? Is it too late to start playing? Is it too late to start doing delves? It's like, it's always, is it too late? And the answer is always no. At the moment, it's a really good time to start enchanting. You have such a low barrier to entry now compared to what it was, that, yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time to start, and you can start making gold right away. And I just wanted to talk about the actual profits here, the actual numbers, and give my point of view and my opinion. So there we go, that's the video. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like down below, and let me know what your alt army looks like. Once again, if you want to have early access to content, you want to have exclusive content, or just want to have more gold making content in general, check out my War Within Goldmaking Guide, where I take you through step by step on how to make gold. We talk about every single profession in the game, and how to spend knowledge points, and how to spend concentration points. In addition to that, when you buy the guide, you also get access to a gold making Discord server, where I give you guys early access to videos and exclusive videos as well. In addition to that, in the same server, we have a bunch of like-minded people like you and me, trying to make gold, sharing their ways, and learning from each other's mistakes and also successes. So it's a great place to be for gold making. If you want to check it out, the link is down below, and if you don't want to take my word for it, you can read the reviews on the guide on that webpage. Either way, that's the video, so thank you for watching, I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you again in the next one very soon. Bye bye now, bye bye.